Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to our zoology class. In the last class, we studied about one important 5-mark question, transcription. Okay. So now I repeat the definition for this word transcription. See, transcription meaning the process of copying the genetic information from one strand of the DNA molecule into a RNA molecule is called transcription. Okay, already we have studied in the last class the transcription process. Already we have studied in the last class. Okay, and the last class we studied about the structure of a transcription unit. Okay, structure of a transcription unit, and the transcription unit has three important region. Okay, promoter region, structural region, and terminator region. So these are the three regions present in a transcription unit. Understand you? So I hope you are studied the question answer. Okay, today we are going to study about one more important 5-mark question. It's very important 5-mark question. Saying the process of transcription. The process of transcription. Okay, last class we studied just an introduction about this transcription process. So today now is the main topic of this transcription. See, the process of transcription. Say RNA molecules playing a very important role in the protein synthesis. Inside a cell there are three different types of RNA molecules are there. Okay, mRNA, tRNA, then rRNA. So these three RNA molecules are needed. Okay, playing a very important role in protein synthesis inside the cell of a living organism. Understand of you? So mRNA. Okay, the first RNA is mRNA, then tRNA, then rRNA. So there are three types of RNAs are present in our bodies. Here, this mRNA acts as a template. Okay, this mRNA acts as a template. Then the next RNA, okay, tRNA brings the amino acid. AA meaning amino acid. So the role of this tRNA is this tRNA only giving or bring the amino acid for the protein molecules. So although the protein molecules are made up of main subunit is called amino acid. Okay, protein molecules are made up of different types of amino acid molecules. Okay, and the last RNA. This rRNA only playing a very important role in the translation process. Okay, translation process. Already in the last class I told you the DNA is involved in the transcription into RNA, then the RNA involved in the translation process to produce protein. Okay, in the last class. So here translation. Okay, so this translation process is because of the presence of this RNA. So now we said three important RNAs present in our cells and the role of these three RNA molecules. So the first mRNA acts as a template, tRNA bring the amino acid, and rRNA playing a very important role in the translation process. Then listen the next point. See, this transcription process takes place in three steps. The first step is called initiation. Okay, the first step is called initiation. The second step is called elongation. And the third step is called termination. Okay, so initiation, elongation, termination. So these are the three steps present in this process of translation. So all the transcription process takes place in these three steps: initiation, elongation, and termination. Understand of you? Then listen very carefully. The initiation process is controlled or performed by a factor. Name of this factor is called sigma factor. Okay, so the initiation process of this transcription process is controlled by a factor is called sigma factor. Then elongation. This elongation process is is controlled by a enzyme. Name of that enzyme is called a reverse RNA polymerase. RNA polymerase. The third one is termination. This termination is controlled by a factor is called Rho factor. Okay, so now I said three important steps of the transcription process. What are they? Initiation, elongation and termination. Initiation is controlled by a factor sigma factor, elongation is controlled by RNA polymerase, and this termination is controlled by a factor called Rho factor. This RNA polymerase is one of the very important enzyme performing a very important role in this transcription process, playing a very important role. Okay, then listen the next point. In bacteria, okay, in bacteria species, the transcription and translation, both process takes place simultaneously. So transcription meaning the process of production of RNA from DNA is called transcription. Then the process of production of protein from the RNA is called translation. Okay, so in our body cell, first transcription processes takes place, after that only translation processes takes place. But in bacterial cells, both the transcription and translation, both process takes place simultaneously. Sometimes the translation process, that means the second process, takes place earlier than the transcription. So the translation, sometimes in bacterial cell, the translation process takes place earlier than the transcription process, because inside the bacterial cell, the nucleic materials or the genetic informations are not separated from the other cell organelles by a nuclear membrane. Okay, you all know, as a bacterial cell, there is no particular nucleus, so there is no nuclear membrane. Okay, so the genetic informations or the genetic materials are not separated from the cell organelles by a nuclear membrane. Understand? So because of this reason, in sometimes the translation process is happening earlier than the transcription process. Understand all of you? I hope you all understood this point. So there are three steps: initiation, elongation and termination. Understand all of you? Then see the next point. In eukaryotic organism, there are three RNA polymerase enzymes are present. Listen very carefully. There are three RNA polymerase are present in a eukaryotic cell. One is RNA polymerase 1, RNA polymerase 2, then RNA polymerase 3. Okay, so there are three types of RNA polymerase enzymes are present in a eukaryotic cell. Then this RNA polymerase 1. So now I explain the uses of these three RNA polymerase enzymes. So the RNA polymerase 1 is responsible for the transcription of rRNA. Okay, so RNA polymerase 1 only controlling the transcription of rRNA. Then the second enzyme, RNA polymerase 2. So this RNA polymerase 2. Okay, so this polymerase enzyme controlling the transcription of mRNA and hRNA. Understand of you? So RNA polymerase 2 controlling the transcription of mRNA and hnRNA. Then third enzyme, RNA polymerase 3. So this RNA polymerase 3 is responsible for the transcription of tRNA and 5S rRNA. Understand of you? So there are three RNA polymerase enzymes are present in eukaryotes. RNA polymerase 1, this enzyme is responsible for the transcription of rRNA. Then RNA polymerase 2, this enzyme responsible for the transcription of mRNA and hnRNA. Then RNA polymerase 3, this enzyme is responsible for gRNA and 5S RNA. Hope you understood all this point. Then the next point, say, in a monocytonic structural gene, the last class we studied about the structural genes. Okay, structural genes is one of the important region in the transcriptional unit. There are two types of structural genes are there. Okay, polycystonic and monocystonic structural genes. Listen, in monocystonic structural gene, some regions, okay, some regions have some interrupted sequence. Listen very carefully. See, structural genes are two types, monocystonic and polycystonic. In monocystonic structural gene, some interrupted sequence are there. These interrupted sequence are called, listen, I am repeating this point. In monocystonic structural gene, some interrupted sequence are there. Okay, so these interrupted sequence are called exons. Okay, then in the same monocystonic structural gene, some non-sequence, non-coding sequence are also they are called introns. Listen very carefully. So the interrupted sequence present in a monocystonic structural gene is called exon, and the non-coding sequence present in a monocystonic structural gene is called intron. Hope you understand this point. Then next point, say this intron, okay, that means the non-coding sequence is removed from a monocystonic structural gene by a process, and name of this process is called splicing. Okay, so the introns present in a monocystonic structural gene is removed by a process is called splicing. Listen a few. Then in Kaizen RNA, two additional processes also take place. Okay, one is called capping, and the second one is called tailing. Listen the last point very carefully. In Kaizen RNA, there are two additional processes also there. Name of these additional processes are called, one is called capping and the second one is called tailing. Here, capping meaning, see, adding of one triphosphate, methyl guanosine triphosphate. Listen, capping meaning the adding of methyl guanosine triphosphate in the 5' end. This process is called cap. Then tailing meaning adding of adenylate. See, adding of adenylate, sorry, not adenylate, adenylate. In the third end. Listen very carefully. So in hnRNA, two more additional process takes place. One is called capping and the second one is called tailing. Capping meaning adding of methyl guanosine triphosphate in the 5' end. Then tailing means adenylate, adding of adenylate in the 3rd end. That's not few. So this exon, intron, splicing, then capping, tailing. All these terms are very important to mark questions. All these terms are very important to mark questions. So once again repeat all these 2 mark questions. Exon meaning in some monocytonic structural gene, some interrupted sequence are there, they are called exon. Some non-coding sequence present in the monostructural gene is called introns. and these introns are removed by a process that is called splicing. The next capping, meaning in hnRNA, two additional processes are there. One is called capping and tailing. Here capping means adding of methyl glucosine triphosphate in the 5 end. Then tailing means adding of adenine in the third end. Understand you? So I hope you all understood this part. Then these exons, okay, these exons playing a very important role are coding for single polypeptide chain. Okay, you all know protein molecules are made up of many polypeptide chains. Okay, many amino acids are togetherly forming a single polypeptide chain. So these exons are coding for a single polypeptide chain, and many polypeptide chain combining in several ways or in different ways and producing a gene, and the gene producing different types of structural protein. Listen this point very carefully. Here exons are coding for polypeptide chain, and many polypeptide chain combining together and forming a gene, and this gene is responsible for the production of different types of proteins. Understand a few? Then next, then this protein introns, okay, then second introns, okay, exons over introns. These introns are act as a mobile DNA. Introns are act as a mobile DNA. These introns can splice or can join inside or outside a target site. Okay, inside or outside a target site. And these introns are acting as a mobile transposons. These introns are acting as a mobile transposons. Here mobile transposons means it's a factor transferring the genetic material from one cell to another cell, or one organism to another organism. So it is called mobile transposons. So these introns are acting as a mobile transposons. Understand you? Then name of this mobile transposons is called HGT, meaning horizontal gene transfer. Horizontal gene transfer. This horizontal gene transfer may be present between two prokaryotic cells, or between two eukaryotic cells, or between a prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Listen very carefully the last points. See, the exons are coding for a single polypeptide chains and forming genes, and the genes producing different types of structural protein. Introns, okay, these introns are act as a mobile DNA. It can splice or it can join inside or outside a target site. Okay, and it can act as the introns can act as a mobile transposons. Okay, here HGT meaning horizontal gene transfer. So this HGT may be present between two eukaryotic cell, or present between two prokaryotic cell, or between one prokaryotic cell and one eukaryotic cell. Understand, my dear students? So now we completed one important 5-mark question, process of transcription, and already I told you these terms are very important 2-mark questions. Okay, my dear students, so hope you understood this class very clearly. Today itself try to complete this question answer and send answer to me through WhatsApp. Okay, I will write you. Thank you. We will meet in the next class.